Most people think you need to dual boot or run a heavy virtual machine to use Kali Linux. Not anymore. Today, I'm going to show you how to transform your Windows 11 system into a lightweight hacking machine using WSL. And honestly, it's the easiest setup you'll ever do. So as you can see here on my screen, I'm using Windows 11. And if we go down here, to the Microsoft Store, which is on your Windows 10 or 11 machine, go ahead and search up Kali Linux. Type it in the search bar and it will pop up right here. So just go ahead and just type in Kali Linux and you can see it's right here. So go ahead and click Get. And please make sure that it is the legitimate Kali Linux. You can see here it is by the Kali Linux company. It's by Offensive Security. You can see here it's from Kali Linux, so this is the legitimate one. So you can see here it's installing, and literally that is it. It's a virus. Yep. No, I'm just kidding. So if we click open, it's going to go ahead and we're going to go through a whole process here, actually. So it says here, installing this might take a few minutes. So it says the Windows subsystem for Linux is not installed. So we can actually go ahead and it says you can install by running WSL install. So if you just press enter and it says here, the Windows subsystem for Linux, it's basically the same thing. And it's actually going to ask us, do we want to allow this app to install? So we'll just type in yes. And you can see here, it's actually doing it for us automatically. It says downloading Windows subsystem for Linux. And we can actually see here it is downloading successfully. So WSL stands for Windows Subsystem for Linux, meaning Windows can run an actual Linux kernel without a virtual machine, without dual booting, and just without any messy setup. So you can actually see here it says the operation completed successfully, the requested operation is successful, changes will not be affected, changes will not be effective until the system is rebooted. So once you've done this, once you've installed Windows Subsystem for Linux, you need to reboot your Windows computer. So let's go ahead and do that. So now that we have rebooted, we are going to go back to the Microsoft Store. As you can see here, Kali Linux. Let's go back. It's already installed, so we can just click open and there we go. So it's going to say installing. This may take a few minutes, but that is fine with us. There we go. It says welcome to Windows Subsystem for Linux. And we've got this nice, I don't know, this pop-up window here for it, and we can manage our GUI apps, which is pretty cool. But anyways, enter a Unix username. So this is going to be your username, just like how you would have for Linux. So I'm just going to go ahead and put Declan, and it's also going to ask us to enter a password. So let's do that. There we go. Installation successful. Message from Kali developers. Kali Linux developers. It says here, this is a minimal installation of Kali Linux. You'll likely want to install supplementary tools. And we can actually learn how to do that at this following link. So we don't want to install all the tools from Kali Linux, but we have it installed on our Windows subsystem, which is amazing. Now we can still do things like nmap, which is not installed. That's fascinating. I think the first thing we should do anyways is do sudo apt update and probably sudo apt, I'll probably do upgrade -y. So go ahead and run this command and update the Linux kernel. This won't take long at all, actually. So you can see here, it's installing all the packages to ensure that everything is up to date for Kali Linux in this subsystem for Linux environment. And there we go. That's it. Now, one more thing. Let's do sudo apt. Now, one more thing. Let's do sudo apt install Kali tools like this. Top 10-y. So when we run this, it's going to install the top 10 Kali Linux tools, basic tools. So let's go ahead and install it. So what are the basic tools? Well, you can actually search it up, but it should mention it here. You can see what it's installing when you run it, but you can actually see here it's installing basic stuff like burp suite and everything that you need to do pen testing. These give you the most commonly used tools for recon, scanning, and basic pen testing. And there we go. So there's a lot of stuff that you probably need to configure. It says here, should non-super users be able to capture packets? Normally I just say yes, because why not? That's for Wireshark, of course. But look at this. You now have a full Linux environment on Windows, perfect for scripting, pen testing, practicing with CTF challenges, and just automating stuff. I think it's really cool, especially on Windows because it's less suspicious. You don't have to run Kali undercover in Kali Linux. You just do it on your Windows laptop because it's Windows. But this might take some time, so just let it install the most commonly used top 10 hacking tools, and I'll get straight into it. There we go. We have everything installed. So what did it install it in? So there we go. The most basic tools are installed, like Nmap, SQL Map, which is amazing. So now we can still do our pen testing even on a Windows machine. Pretty cool, right? And that's it. Kali Linux is running natively on Windows 11 with no virtual machines, no dual boot, and no performance struggles. Literally just with Windows Subsystem. So you can use OpenVPN, connect it on Windows, and you can even do hack the box and do your Nmap scans. See, if I just do it to like my network port number. So this is just my router on my network. And if I just Nmap it, it's literally just going to show me results. Literally, it's already Nmapping. There we go. Discovered open port, port 80, port 53, 443. So there's a HTTP server running. So it is working, which is pretty amazing. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked this video, please give it a like, subscribe, and comment down below. WSL if you installed Kali Linux successfully on your Windows 11 machine, or Windows machine in general. Subscribe if you want more ethical hacking tutorials, Linux guides, and real pen testing content. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. I forgot to mention that Metasploit's also installed as well, so you can check that out. Anyways, see you in the next video.